Damn. Yeah, so he's playing basketball, but not in the NBA right now. Interesting. Hey, before we get out of here, I wanted to mention, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, a couple more things about 1982. EA, Electronic Arts, was founded in 1982. Wow. Yeah. It's in the game. EA, man. You talk about a significant time in this country's history, as I mentioned earlier. EA, the makers of John Madden Football, is in the game, and the makers of, they make also the baseball game and the basketball game as well. So EA was founded in 1982. In 1982, Space Invaders had grossed $2 billion in quarters, or $2 billion in 8 billion quarters. They're breaking it down. So I guess they're talking about the arcade version. I can't tell you how many damn quarters I put in Space Invaders, man. Oh, man. By 1982, so Space Invaders probably came out I'm going to guess 1978. So they're saying by 1982, it had grossed $2 billion. That'll tell you how big that game was, man, and how big arcades and video games in general were when they first hit the scene. Like, arcades didn't come around till, like, 78. I'm sorry, I'm going to do another little quick search. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, by the way, I had to take Alexa back. I took that heifer back. Right. I took Alexa back. If you're new to the show, I had one of them Alexa Johns, and to quote my folk from Philly, and I kept asking that heifer questions, and she never could tell me shit. So took him back. So arcades, the first members of arcades, video games were introduced in amusement arcades in the 70s. The golden age of video games, the early 1980s. They don't give a specific date when the first arcade hit the scene. They don't give a specific year. Arcades catering the video games began to gain momentum in the late 70s with the games such as Space Invaders. So let's just put it like this. Space Invaders was introduced in 1978. By 1982, all right, for you youngins, for you greenhorns that are listening to the show, this will just explain how big video games were when they hit the scene. Space Invaders came out in 1978 in the arcade. By 1982, it had made $2 billion. Yeah. In 4 years, that's what it was. In 4 years, it made $2 billion. Man, praise God for Space Invaders, man. Defender, Pong, Centipede, Donkey Kong, Dig Dug. Oh, man, that's probably my top 5 right there. Top 5 video games that I played in the arcade. Space Invaders, Donkey Kong, Miss Pac-Man, Centipede. Never had luck at Centipede, but I continue to try to kill that damn Centipede. And maybe you throw Asteroids in there. Like, them 5 games right there, man, had so much of my little allowance. What did I get back in 78 for an allowance for doing my chores and whatever without being asked to do them? I think I probably got it wasn't $5. $5 seemed like too much. Like, I probably got maybe $2 a week or something like that as an allowance. And then my old man had me set up a bank account and all of that shit. I guess it was good. I guess it was a smart thing to do, to be responsible about money. But I think I maybe got like $2, $3 a week as an allowance. And the majority of that, I mean, half of that, man, like once a week, we'd probably at some point get to go to the little arcade that we had in my hometown, or maybe my mother to go to the mall, and she'd give me a couple extra little quarters as well, man, and we go in that damn arcade, man, in Northwoods Mall, and it was a party. Yeah. Booster says, don't forget about Galactica, Doug. Are you saying Galactica or Galaga? But if you're talking about Galaga, I can agree with you on that. So you put Galaga in that conversation as well, which is still a great game. And it's crazy. Atari has an app. Atari has an app that you can put in your phone that's got like 50 apps, 50 different games that you pay like 99 cents for. And all of those games that we spend all of them quarters on, man, is in the palm of your hands. But, yeah, I put Galaga maybe as an honorable mention. But Centipede, Asteroids, Dig Dug, Donkey Kong. I mean, those are the big names, man. Those are the big names, Shawty. Space Invaders. Invade my space. I'll kill your ass, alien. The 1982 film Tron wasn't nominated for an Academy Award for visual effects because the use of computers was considered cheating. Wow. Do y'all remember Tron? So Tron was like a big thing. It was kind of had the space-looking feel to it. And it was almost like cats were racing, futuristic bicycles or something like that. Y'all remember Tron. But back in 1982, the Academy Awards felt like because they used computers that it was cheating for special effects, visual effects. That's crazy how far we've come. I mentioned earlier Michael Jackson's Thriller was released on November 30th that year. The top toys that year were Strawberry Shortcake, the Smurfs, My Little Pony, BMX bikes. Ooh, praise his name. BMX bikes were big. Trivial Pursuit and Sequence. And one last thing, man. 1982, Atlanta Braves pitcher, this is for my Atlanta folks. In 1982, Atlanta Braves pitcher Pascal Perez, who had just got his driver's license, got lost on Interstate 285, which is a loop. While driving to a game he was scheduled to start, he could not find his exit and circled the city several times before eventually running out of gas and missing the whole damn game. I remember that. And in 82, clearly I wasn't in Atlanta, but I remember that story. And it's funny, if you live in Atlanta and you're new to Atlanta, just like me, when I moved here in 1995, my ass got lost on 285 11 times. Yes, my man Grego says that 285 will get an out of towner. Yes. So 285 is a complete circle around the city. And I don't know why I didn't look at a map or whatever, or maybe I thought I knew what I was doing. But several times, my first couple of months here in Atlanta, when I got on 285, a lot of times, man, I was fucked up. I mean, seriously, there's no other way to say it. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. And it got Pascal Perez, too, in 1982. Oh, man. So it's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. And you know what? I think I figured it out. I think I kind of boiled down to what the problem is. So if you're not from Atlanta, 285, once again, is a complete circle around the city. And then it has the other two major highways that kind of intersect like an X. And the middle part of the X is pretty much downtown Atlanta. It's 75 and 85. So what happens is if you're on 285 and you don't understand what's going on, and you miss your exit, or if you start out in a place on 285 that's not in relation to what you're looking at on a map or whatever, to the exit you're trying to get off on, you're just going to keep going around, and you may think you may be slightly past that exit, but when you get in the car, you can only go one way on 285. So that exit, if it's behind you, you're not going to see it again for another hour and a half. No lie. No lie. So if you don't understand that and you get on 285, and the exit's behind you already, and you're trying to find a way, looking for it, the exit number or whatever, no, you have to go around the entire thing before you see that exit again, or you have to get off and go back the other way. And I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not the only one. I see some people in the chat room saying 285 got them, and it definitely will get a dude like Pascal Perez, who, sounding from the name, it from America. Yeah, it was crazy, man. Wow. 1982.
When Tupac was around, he wanted to raise a nation of thugs. But I think it's only right for me to raise a nation of bruhs. Frank Cole.
Yeah. Yo. Thank you for joining me today on the Doug Stewart Show. If you're new, this is how we do it. All right? This is how we do it, man. I mean, it's sports, but it's so much more than that. It's so much more than that. Okay? It's pop culture, hip-hop culture, entertainment talk, religion, politics, social issues, whatever people are talking about, we have a good time talking about it here on the Doug Stewart Show. Shouts out to my man Waterhead Walter, Pole Politicking, Brandon Butler, the consultant, my man John Gorenfeld with the web services. Speaking of web services, my man Dwayne Bassan. Hold on.
Skipto, that my line name.
My man Dwayne Bassan and Gerald Oliveri, thank y'all so much. Pink Gator for this track right here.
I put that on my life.
And a special shout out to all of the Stewies. Without you, there is no me. Thank you very much. Yeah. All right, we'll do it again tomorrow. Friday, fantastic, freaky, funny football Friday. Don't forget to vote for the Field of 64 on the Doug Stewart Show Facebook chat group. We'll be back tomorrow. Same Doug Stewart time, same Doug Stewart channel. Peace.
Don't hold it down. Frank Cole, Ernest Just, Oscar Cooper, Edgar Love, four founders, sons of blood and thunder. I'm wrecking for the Q. I know it make you wanna. When Tupac was around, he wanted to raise a nation of thugs. But I think it's only right for me to raise a nation of bruhs. Frank Cole, Ernest Just, Oscar Cooper, Edgar Love, four founders, sons of blood and thunder. I'm wrecking for the Q. I know it make you wanna. Frank Cole, Ernest Just, Oscar Cooper, Edgar Love, four founders, sons of blood and thunder. I'm wrecking for the Q, I know it make you wanna. I'm always in the queue, but you ain't know. I'm resolute to the boot, you don't give me though. In that pack over there, that my dog team. Before I came out the womb, I had purple dreams. Skipto, that my line name. And Ada Mule, that my chain gang. From my yard to any yard, I put that on my life. The Q's going hard. A whole nation full of bruhs. Do your duty, lift it up. This ain't about yourself, ain't about your kids. Jail as a unit, and we gon' run the ship. The greatest rap on the planet Earth. But make no mistake, God, I put you first. See, I know my place, and I stand my ground. Q's in the sky, we gon' hold it down. Frank Cole, Ernest Just, Oscar Cooper, Edgar Love.